disgraced swimmer Jimmy Feigen will pay $10,800 to a Brazilian charity so prosecutors let him leave the country. Feigen, 26, is the last of the 4 U.S. swimmers left in Brazil after their lie about being robbed at gunpoint began to unravel. He, Brian Lochte, Gunnar Bentz and Jack Conger claimed they were attacked at a gas station in suburban Rio, but surveillance footage appeared to show them running away from the store and its owner claims they vandalized the bathroom. Lochte fled Brazil as the police investigation began, while Bentz and Conger finally left this morning after being hauled off the flight and admitting to police that they had lied. Feigen agreed to donate 35,000 Brazilian real, about $10,800, to charity so prosecutors will drop the charges and let him leave. After a long deliberation, this agreement was reached. He will donate 35,000 real $10,800 to an institute, and with that the case is resolved, Feigen's lawyer Bruno Melaragno told NBC News. After this donation is done, his passport will be given back to him, and he will be free to return home, he added. Bentz, 20, and Conger, 21, appeared suitably embarrassed as they departed Brazil in disgrace yesterday. Their shame was compounded by the decision of the U.S. Olympic Committee and USA Swimming to issue full and unreserved apologies to Brazil and the Rio Games on Thursday for their athletes' conduct, promising severe penalties for all 4 upon their return home. And despite his fortuitous escape from the fallout in Brazil, Brian Lochte has been warned that his numerous high-profile endorsements are now under threat, as the unedifying incident threatens to overshadow what had been a successful Games for America. The U.S. OC's apology was issued while the pair were flying and condemns the 4 swimmers in the strongest possible terms. The behavior of these athletes is not acceptable, nor does it represent the values of Team USA or the conduct of the vast majority of its members. We will further review the matter, and any potential consequences for the athletes, when we return to the United States, said USOC CEO Scott Blackman. Adding to this, USA Swimming says lapse in judgment and conduct were to blame for the robbery debacle surrounding 4 members of the American swim team. Executive Director Chuck Wielgus says in a statement that the group will review the swimmers' actions and consider penalties under its code of conduct. The reports that Brian Lochte lied and said he and his teammates were robbed after a late night of partying marred an otherwise stellar Olympics in the pool for the United States. Brazilian police said Thursday that the group vandalized a bathroom, but no robbery occurred. USA Swimming says their actions are drawing the attention away from other athletes, and calls it upsetting. Last night locals, incensed by the damage inflicted on Brazil's international reputation, screamed insults and booed at the tops of their voices as Conger and Bentz left the police station. They branded the pair liars and a disgrace to their country as they left after questioning. The crowd surged forward and tried to grab them as they continued to bombard them with abuse. Bentz and Conger remained silent but looked visibly shaken as they climbed into a USA consulate car. Demonstrators continued to bang on the roof on the BMW as it tried to pull away, police having to rush out to keep the mob from the vehicle. The duo have been allowed to return to the United States after admitting to Brazilian police that they fabricated claims that they and their Olympic teammates Brian Lochte and Jimmy Feigen were robbed at a gas station on Sunday, officials said. How Rotterdam Association's robbery story is changed Sunday, 2:25 am, 6:30 am. Brian Lochte claims that at some point in this window men pretending to be police officers robbed them of their wallets while they are in a cab. 6:56 am. Security footage records singers Lochte, Jimmy Feigen, Jack Conger and Gunnar Bentz arriving at the athletes' village in a cheerful mood and laughing with one another. Afternoon, Lochte's mother tells Fox Sports in an interview that her son was robbed earlier that day. The IOC meanwhile denied that a robbery took place. Lochte told Today's Show's Billy Bush that the taxi he was driving in was sideswiped and forced to pull over to a gas station when a group of robbers approached the vehicle. He tells Bush, "I was with a couple swimmers. We were coming back from the France house. And we got pulled over in our taxi, and these guys came out with a badge, a police badge, no lights, no nothing, just a police badge. They pulled us over, they pulled out their guns, and they told the other swimmers to get down on the ground. They got down on the ground, but I refused. I was like, we didn't do anything wrong, so I'm not getting down on the ground. And the guy pulled out his gun, he cocked it, put it to my forehead and he said get down. and I put my hands up and I was like whatever. He took our money, he took my wallet. He left my cell phone. He left my credentials, but he took my wallet and he took all the guy's cash. Tuesday, the swimmers did not call police following the alleged robbery, authorities said. Officers only began investigating once they saw media reports in which Lochte's mother spoke about the incident. Lochte and Jimmy Feigen then give accounts to the FBI, the U.S. State Department, U.S. Security and Rio Tourist Police. In their statements, Lochte told police in Rio there was one armed robber, while Feigen gave a statement claiming there were more, one of whom had a gun. Police said the swimmers said they had been intoxicated and could not remember what type and color of taxi they rode in or where the robbery happened, the police official said. The swimmers also could not say what time the events occurred. Lochte leaves Brazil via plane and heads back to the United States. Wednesday, Lochte tells Matt Lauer that the taxi wasn't pulled over but that they were robbed of $400 after making a stop at a gas station. They stopped at the station because some of the men had to use the bathroom. He also claims that he told the robber that he refused to get down, saying to the robber, "If you've got a gun you can use it." He said the assailant pointed a gun at him rather than putting it to his head, like he said on Wednesday. "I wouldn't make up a story like this nor would the others. As a matter of fact we all feel it makes us look bad," said Lauer, quoting Lochte. "We're victims in this and we're happy that we're safe." Benz and Conger were hauled off a plane and prevented from leaving Brazil by the country's authorities. Feigen told his hometown newspaper that he couldn't give an interview because he was being ****T stormed in Brazil after Sunday's incident. Thursday, Daily Mail Online reveals that Brazilian police say that despite claiming they were robbed, Lochte, Feigen, Benz and Conger destroyed a gas station bathroom and refused to pay for damage. Chief of Civil Police Fernando Belloso said that the men were inebriated, broke down the door of a bathroom, a soap dispenser and a mirror. The source confirmed to Daily Mail Online that the men refused to pay for the damage until a gun was brandished by a gas station security guard. The men then offered to pay for the damage they caused, giving employees 100 Brazilian reais and a $20 bill, totaling in at $50. Belloso said police believe the motive to making up the robbery story could have to do with two young women who were partying with the swimmers. The version of events emerged as police in Rio prepared to acquit the taxi driver who picked up the four after they left the nightclub and resume questioning the three swimmers still in Brazil. Lochte meanwhile has insisted he stands by his version of events, telling NBC's Matt Lauer he really was robbed. Benz and Conger have been told by police that they can return to the United States, leaving Feigen as the only one of the four still in Brazil. Prosecutors indicted Lochte and Feigen for falsely reporting the crimes on Thursday, after police cleared the two other U.S. Olympic swimmers. The civil police chief of Rio de Janeiro, Fernando Belloso, told a news conference that Lochte and Feigen had lied about being robbed at gunpoint on Sunday morning along with two teammates. The charge does not carry any prison time, Belloso said, but the pair could face fines or community service. Lochte returned to the United States on Monday, while Feigen remains in Brazil, police say.